What's up, good people? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? Facebook, all the places that we are streaming. Facebook, my business Facebook page, For Imperfect Non-Judgmental People, that page, 50 and over. Twitter, Twitch, my YouTube channel, Gwen's Boy Mindset. What is up? You guys are now in the no judgment zone with yours truly, Sean Taylor, discussing topics with no judgments. Discussing topics with no judgments. I got my co-host with me, Brandon Lampley, that fellow with the hot top fade. He gonna be co-hosting with me today, man. So the title of this topic is I thought it was interesting because this is what my mama used to tell me all the time. The world don't care nothing about you. So I just wanted to
Yep.
really talk about this and segue into so many things, which I kind of talked about it a little bit, just a tiny bit in my healthy tip of the day. You know, never allow your feelings to overpower your intelligence and your God given common sense, and the importance of why you want to get your body and your mind in shape for your benefit. But the world don't care nothing about you. My mom used to tell me this, Sean, you can't walk around as if the world owes you something. It doesn't care about, which me and Brandon have talked about, your situation, your
Yep.
circumstances, your heart, what you're going through, losing your job, going through a divorce, somebody's left you, whatever the case, the world don't care nothing about you. So walking around acting like you're special, like you're all of that, the world don't care nothing about you. Theoretically, we are all numbers in this world game.
Yep.
So the world doesn't care anything about you. I love the fact that she kept telling me that even as a kid, even as a child, my teenage years, my early 20s, she always reminded me that the world don't care nothing about me. So when things went sideways or go upside down, I didn't get in no pity party feeling sorry for myself, woe is me, because my mom had already prepared me to know that the world doesn't care anything about me. And the world is anything involved in that world, anything involved in that world in my situation, my circumstances, anything. That's dealing with probably people I deal with or whatever the case may be. That's they are part of that world. So theoretically, you know, eh, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You may have a couple people who genuinely care about your well-being. Yeah, it's small, just like Brandon's got that. It's small. You may have a couple, and when I mean a couple, I mean a
Yeah.
couple of people that genuinely care about you. Um, Even down, I heard Kevin Samuels say, and I just heard it. He say, "Man, sometimes as a man, you just be tired. Sometimes you just be tired, man. You just be tired of everything." And he said, "Man," and and I'm gonna say it verbatim the way he said. He said, "Man, you know what? Nobody don't give a damn. Nobody don't give a damn about." He said, even down. He said, as a man, nobody don't give a damn about you, man. Even down to your damn kids." And he laughed
Yeah.
and chuckled when he said that. And there is a lot of truth in that statement in which he said. And a lot of people aren't going to agree with it because the truth is the new hate speech. In any given situation, circumstances, or dynamics, whether we're talking about a relationship, we're talking about marriage, we're talking about men, we're talking about women, anything that you're talking about and there's truth involved, there's going to be somebody getting bent out of shape or getting in their feelings about it or feeling some type of way because they literally think in their mind that the world owes them something. I don't know
Yep.
where it's written or where it's said that the world owes Sean something. When things go wrong, here's the thing. I'm an optimist. Some people are pessimistic. I'm an optimist. I got faith. I believe. I got hope. I'm positive. But I know at the end of the day, when things don't go Sean's way, theoretically, I'm not surprised. I'm not really shocked. There may be maybe an hour or two of shock, but when it does happen, it's I kind of pretty much expected it, but I'm not shocked because I know what world this is that we're living in.
Yeah.
I know 2022 is different from 1982. 2022 is different from 1992. 2022 is even different from 2000. This is a whole different world, different mindsets, different perspectives.
Yeah.
Uh, even the good book says, which makes me not being shocked at all, that in the last days people will become lovers of themselves, which is selfish. So I'm not shocked. Hey, if that's what you live in, you live for you. But when that table is turned on you, please don't cry,
Yeah.
please don't whine, please don't be like, please cry for me, Argentina attitude. But when that table is turned on you, when you get a taste of that stuff that you dish out, please don't get mad because it's going to happen. It's inevitable. Whatever you dish out in this world, the universe is going to throw right back at you in some form. In some cases, it throws it back in an even worse form. So
Yep.
it just my mom has always said it just pays just to do right by people no matter what happens. It just pays to do right. She said, Sean, you're not even justified in doing anybody wrong. Even if they do you wrong, you're not even justified because guess what? You are shooting your own self in the foot because later on down the road, there's going to be things that you need from the big man upstairs. And it's just not going to happen. Because if you don't give grace and mercy ain't going to come to you. The universe sees and hears everything that we do back and forth to each other. It's looking at a lot of things that we're doing back and forth when it comes to men and women. And it's this whole battleground that we're on with each other, one superior than the
Mm-hmm.
other. I'm entitled to this and I'm entitled to that. And this is this supposed to be this way and this is supposed to be that way. I'm like, where? I'm like, man, the only person I'm going to listen to seriously is what the man that sits high and looks low tells me what I need to be doing. Because I know he's going to put me on a straight path. I know that dude ain't going to be selfish towards me. I know he generally has my best interests at heart. I know he is looking out for me. I know 10 out of 10, that dude he ain't gonna leave me, he ain't gonna forsake me, he ain't gonna abandon me when I need him. I know I can tell him something, he ain't gonna run and talk behind my back. I know he ain't gonna smile behind in my face and talk behind my back. I know out of everything that's going around in this world, that is the one consummate, constant, consistent thing that I am 100% guaranteed that literally
Yeah.
cares about Sean Patrick Taylor. But I know the world don't give a damn about me. And when I mean the world, I mean everything in it, really. And to be perfectly honest with you, Brandon, I ain't even butthurt about it
Nope.
because that's what's been going on for I don't know how many years now. And so when things happen, I just be like, it. You become so numb to how people do things and how 1 minute is this, and next minute that. You be like, you be kind of hurt. I be kind of hurt like I have like a 24, 48 hour virus or flu, and I'd be like, all right, it is what it is. All right. It's just like I said, it is. When you fall, I just, you didn't been here before. All right,
Yeah.
let's go back to work. And that's just how it is. So I don't even have an attitude about it. It makes no sense for me to go and talk to Tom, Dick, and Harry about you. I'm not finna badmouth your name or anything, whoever you are, a friend or loved one or wife, girlfriend, whatever. It's not my place. I'm like that, I'm like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna go and divulge and put my business out in the street, but it is what it is, man. So what's your take on
Yeah.
that, B?
Um, Rejection is a way of life, especially for men. I mean,
Right,
that's what it is. Every single day, rejection is a way of life,
right,
and men being tired, as Kevin would say, that's because being a man, really, you're on alert seemingly at all times, even in your sleep. Because, like we talked about it before, in every interaction we have with other men, there's a low level threat of violence. You know, at any given moment, the situation can, turn a different way. And then now you have to defend yourself, or you have to attack, one or the other. Um,
Right.
and it's a very tiring space to be in. Talking with my mom, talking with family, and she talked about her marriage and to my stepfather. They no longer married; they're divorced now. But talked about things she said and things she did and how she looked back on it, and how she was wrong in some cases. And I was telling her, I said, you really think about what he had to do and what he was tasked with. I said, I
Hmm.
don't think I don't think women can really understand what a man is tasked with when it comes to protecting and providing for a family. Men do it, often and do it all the time. Seeming and some dudes can do it seamlessly and make it seem like it's an easy thing to do, but it's not. It's one of the hardest things you're going to do in your life as a man, constantly protecting and providing. I say you got to think about it. He had to go out, work, provide. Anything, any situations come up, he had to handle them. Somebody come broke in the house, he had to handle it. So it was all on him. Now, did he cry about it? Did he say, "Oh, this is not fair"? No, he just did it. But the appreciation for doing so is very lacking today because you're a man and you're expected to do it. And so that's where the world doesn't care. The world doesn't care about your situation as a man, what you're going through. Like you said, the world doesn't care. Nobody really cares, and which is a very freeing thing, though, when you really think about it. When you realize that nobody cares, you don't have to put on for these ninjas out here. I'm just saying.
I like how you presented that. Um, when you know that the world don't care, you don't have to put on. You
Yeah,
don't have to. You really don't have to have really an attitude about it, because it pretty much it is what it is. So it's no. I mean, and I and I see, man, when I make so I made two posts on TikTok about my exercises because in my mind, this is just where I sit because I'm no relationship guru at all. I'm like, it, I'm like, why talk about this? Why talk about the obvious? I mean, what's the point? I mean, and I see dudes, man. Dudes are voicing. I guess I see it more on TikTok than anything, man. Because I'll make a post and then something will pop up. It'll be a dude talking, and it's it's this one brother, man. He be talking so harsh about women, boy. I'll be like, God. I'll be like, man. I'm like, man, you need a hug. You know what I'm saying?
let
He
let that
be
hurt go.
let
You
that
gotta
hurt go,
let
dude.
that hurt go, man.
Man, you ride these women hard, man, because he be giving dudes information about, this is a harsh reality you need to learn about women. This, that, 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 that. I'm like, God, I mean, all the time. I was like, man, this dude is always on my timeline on his TikTok. But I'll sit there and just listen to these dudes, man. And I don't want to say, I don't want to say they out there whining about it, but boy, they ride. A lot of dudes are riding out on it. And I'm not calling the guys sensitive or whatever to say. I'm not empathetic, sympathetic to the situation. Listen, man. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm a dude. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
Yeah,
We at the we at the we at the bottom of the list, man. It's like Chris Rock say, man. All we get is the big piece of chicken.
that's, that's
I
about it.
mean, it is what it is, man. Ain't nothing gonna change, brothers. So listen, man. All you gotta do, hey man, if you got somebody good, man, just really try to hold on to them. Somebody who really genuinely cares about your well being, your mental psyche, all that stuff, man. You can
Yeah,
it's and people like, dang, somebody's probably looking at this like, man, why is this joker laughing? I'm laughing, man, and it's laughable to me because it's that's just the way it is, man. It's laughable because it's pretty much a big joke. So it's
Yeah.
I can't even really take things how the world is. I don't even take the world serious. This is how I look at it, and I look at it in such a weird. I look at the world in such a weird, unorthodox way. I look at the world as entertaining. I look at the world. My analogy, how I paint the world, because you have to put your mind in a certain place to not allow yourself to get in a place of darkness, depression, and sadness about it. I look at the world like this. I look at the world like Denzel Washington did in Training Day. You know, here's a newspaper, and I know, and this is how I look at the world. Here's the world. I know that it's 98.9 bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I know the world and everything in it is 98.9% bullshit, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
I look at the world as entertaining. I don't take anything serious of the world because I'm not applying the world into Sean's life. See, I'm
Yeah.
not applying what the world does into Sean's life. And you know why? Because the good book says, don't conform and transform my mindset to the world.
Yeah.
All the things that they're saying that I should be doing, I'm not involved with all those people who are saying that I should be doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, all the way to Z. I'm not married to you. I don't have to come home to you. I don't have to deal with you in that mindset. So I'm laughing because y'all are very entertaining to me. When I go and make a post and I see something, I'm laughing constantly. I mean, I'm laughing hysterically. You know why I'm laughing at? Because I don't have to deal with none of that stuff that them poor fellas out there that has to deal with. I feel sorry for you guys. Um, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. But
Mm-hmm.
it's in the world is entertaining, but Sean Patrick Taylor don't have to conform and transform for how they do things.
Yeah.
My mom, you know why? Because Gwen stays in my head 7 days a week, because I know she in heaven and she's looking after me, but she's always talking to me. Even in death, she's letting me know, don't ever be like them. You don't never have to be like them. And you don't have to choose none of them.
Yeah.
You can separate yourself and you can take yourself, just like you got like over 7 billion people. So I'm going to go ahead and take myself out of the equation and put myself over here. So I'm not in that cesspool of 7 billion people that's doing all those things, because I'm not going to conform and transform my mind to the way the world and society is saying how I should be. How I'm going to be is how he tells me I should be, because I know where I stand. I know he made me first for a reason. I know my position. So as a man, when you know your position and you standing on your square firmly in your position and you refuse to be moved from that position, you don't have to deal with that nonsense, but you have to take yourself out of the equation. If you don't take yourself out of the equation, then ultimately you will have to transform and conform to the world wants you to do things, when the big man upstairs tells you should not do that. So I'm going to do what he
Yeah.
tell me, and he didn't tell me to conform or transform to that nonsense. So the bullshit shit, I will not conform or transform to the bullshit shit. Now,
Right.
here's the thing: if you do your research and if you really have candid conversations, like my boy Brandon likes to say, with the right individual, and you're on the right
Yeah.
page and the right wavelength, then y'all can do some work. And when it's the opposite of that, then you can't do no work. So it is what it is. And when you look at it that way, there's a lot of weight that's lifted off your shoulders, and you can kind of rest easy and still laugh at being entertained.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you got a comment. Let's say, I have realized through my life that a lot of my rejections were actually God's protection. Rejected from jobs I wanted to see now, rejected from jobs I wanted, to see now that job would have been a disaster, or some chick I wanted rejected me now 10 years later. God saved me from the headaches that heifer would have caused. So now I welcome rejection because my mental protection is priceless. It's absolutely priceless. I think, oh man, as a guy, just especially younger guys, older guys already know once time passing, and you'll see that most likely that situation that you were rejected from, it was a good thing. But I look back on it now, man. Whether it's girls from the past, jobs, whatever, especially women. It was listening to a guy, he's an O'Shea Duke Jackson, and he was talking about that, and he was saying how he said, dude, just during COVID, when we had the pandemic and people were in the house, and dude, it's a lot of women I know they put on some weight, 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds, some of them, and can't get it off now. And that's just how they look now. That's just how they are now. I mean, was plickety plow at first, now they flab wound. I mean, just like that, done. I mean, and they can't get it back. And looking at it now from whether it was my late teens, early 20s to now I'm in my early 30s, and looking at them now, it's like I'm glad. I'm thankful. I'm thankful because I saw, especially the ones you saw what they went through and what they have, not even what they look like now, because some of them is straight train wrecks, but just what they went through and where they are now, and the responsibility I would have had, to perform. Like, say if I would have chosen like you to get married in my 20s, I'd probably be
Right.
going through a divorce right now, most likely. And
Hmm.
divorce is one of the worst things men can go through. You
Yeah,
know,
it's bad. It's bad.
yeah, child
It is.
support, family court, yeah. Oh yes, I am very glad I have skipped all of that.
Yeah, brother. My advice to you: wait for that Mary, man. You will know her. You will know Mary when she comes along, because she gonna be different, and she's gonna be a rare breed from anything that you've ever encountered, um, unimaginable. But to piggyback off what you just said, how the pandemic and being confined in the house and people gain weight and things of that nature. It is very important for you to stay keeping your body right, staying on your fitness. It is very, 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 very important. Some people feel as if they may say that they're all right on their body looking deplorable, but I know they're not
Hmm.
all right behind closed doors behind closed doors by themselves at night, when they
Hmm.
can take the mask of pretending off that they're okay. They can take the mask of trying to convince the world, everybody in the world, that they all right. That they can take the mask off that I'm okay. I went through that divorce and he didn't left me and then went and got with somebody else, so she done did the same thing. They can take off that mask of pretending, because here's the thing: if you all right, if you are 100% all right, why are you trying to convince the world that you're okay?
Yeah.
I mean, that is something to me that makes logical sense. If you are perfectly fine, why are you trying to sell to the world that you know your life is just a bed of roses and everything is perfect in the world and you are perfect, and you piss, you when you go to the bathroom you piss excellence. When
Yeah.
you go to the bathroom, there's when you piss there's music playing and harmony and harps and and trumpets. I mean,
Hmm.
why are you trying to convince the world that your life is so perfect? Because I can tell you now, the world don't care nothing about you. It don't care nothing about your posts. It don't care nothing about your pictures. It don't care nothing about how you live. You supposedly living your best life now. The world don't care nothing about you trying to convince it that how grand and how great and how phenomenal your life is. The world don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, everything out here in the world is pretty much entertaining. So it really doesn't care. But why is it so important to get your body in shape? It's so important to get your body in shape first and foremost for you, for your confidence, for your self-esteem. Um, to actually to make you proud of what you've actually done with your body, to take you to a place mentally that you've never been before. To when you, like I said this morning on my healthy tip of the day, when you walk in the room, you exude confidence. People gravitate toward confidence, whether they want to admit it or not. People do gravitate toward confidence.
Yeah.
They do. So the better you feel about yourself and how your body, the better your body looks, the better you're going to feel about yourself. Now, if you're overweight and you got hills and valleys and plateaus and craters and indentions and places that shouldn't be and all these different type of things going on, and your belly is overlapping, and stuff is loose, and all these different things, and you're looking in the mirror, you can't honestly, whether you're a man or woman, tell me that you feel elated over that.
Mm-hmm.
Change comes through when we are true to ourselves. That's when change comes. True change comes when we are truthful with ourselves. True change comes when we are letting ourselves know, hey, listen, there is no change where there is no action or fear of challenges. To change your body, to get it to transcend to a place that you're going to be satisfied to where you feel good about yourself, there has to be action. But you can't have fear of the challenges, because growth don't come from a place of being comfortable. Growth comes from a place of being uncomfortable. So you're going to have to get uncomfortable to get your body to change. But why is it important? It's important for your mental, your psyche. It is important for you. And you
Yeah.
should never try to get your body in shape to get a man or to get a woman. You should get your body in shape for yourself, for your mental. Because trust me, there are a lot of people depressed who are pretending that they're not depressed because of the way they look.
Yep.
Let's face it. And listen, let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it 100. This is a show of no judgments, but this is a show also of brutal, raw honesty. Our whole entire world is based off two things: looks, well, actually, yeah, looks and money. It's
Yeah.
pretty much, it's driven off of those two things. I don't care what you say. I used to work in HR. I used to be in the interview process. And you have two women up here, and the head dude, you got two women. She may be dumb as a bag of hammers, but she bad. And then you got
Mm-hmm.
this other person who looks like Mrs. Doubtfire, who's gonna get the job.
Yeah.
Let's and y'all don't want to have these uncomfortable conversations because y'all live in a world of sensitivity. And if anybody tells you any type of truth, even from the point of love, and people, I'm coming
Truth
from a
hurts,
point of
Sean. It
people,
hurt.
I'm coming from a point of love. I'm not
It hurt.
cursing at you. Listen to my voice. It's straight monotone. I mean, and it's soft, and it's kind of sultry right now. But I'm letting you know, Mrs. Doubtfire is not getting a job. The girl that's dumb as a bag of hammers, who's banging from head to toe, is getting a job. I have been in these interview processes. I used to work in HR. I've seen this happen with my own eyes. And that Mrs. Doubtfire she got like 3 different degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And and this girl, her degree is in what, typewriter maintenance. It has nothing to do with the title, the basket weave. I mean, it has nothing to do with the job, but y'all don't understand. And then y'all get so mad that people gravitate towards good looking people, whether they want to admit it or not. Because I didn't,
Mm-hmm.
of course, listen, man, I, I used to be a compulsive liar. I know when a person is lying. I'm like, man, hold on, man. Hold on, that sounds like one of my lies. I mean, but
Yeah.
man, y'all need to stop. Lying don't look good on some of y'all, because y'all, I used to do it good. Lying don't suit you. It don't look good on you because you don't even know how to lie good. When
Yeah.
you lying, it's I'm like, golly, man, that you could at least tried to fool me with the lie. Looks and money is what this world is driven upon. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, no one wants to be honest, and no one wants to
Hmm.
talk about that, and no one wants to come to grips with that, but it is truth. People literally treat people different based off how good they look. And if we being real honest, I done seen good looking people who ain't got nothing but lint in their pocket just get over on, they just get a lot more. Uh, but why? Now, am I lying? I
No,
mean,
you're not
Brandon, am I
lying.
lying?
I,
Help me
I'm
out,
watching
bro.
this happen in real time. Let me get these comments, and I'm about to talk about that.
Yeah.
Say, Tailor Made Fitness can get them back fine as wine. Believe that. Say, anybody
who
saying
who
that's
said
what
that?
Ness
Who
say.
said that? Oh,
Ness
Nessa,
say,
yeah.
Ness
Yeah, yeah.
already know. He
Ness,
said
Ness.
anybody saying they all right with being out of breath from tying their shoes, or anybody that has to rock back and forth to get off the couch is a damn lie. Get that work, only fun house mirrors lie for real, for real. Hey, Ness, that's funny because I listened to a guy and he was talking about that. He's talking about you ain't happy. He's talking about, dude, you have to swing your legs to get out of the bed. You can't just sit straight up because you ain't got the abdominal muscles. Because I know you're not happy. To my yes, bro, for yourself and for your mental. You say so. Being fat and broke is not an option. However, having money and a bad body is worse. Hey, I'm watching it in real time, Sean. What you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I always say looks, money, status, and then on the lower end, game. The people who can talk a good game, because people gravitate towards those people too. People who are great orators. You know,
Right.
they can pander to you. They can say, hey, the snake oil salesman, the prosperity preachers. You know, they gravitate towards those people as well.
Snake
Uh,
oils.
but we're watching it in real time. Hey, if you don't believe what Sean's saying, just look at older, prominent women who they done got the bag. You know, they're doing great in their careers, whether it's professional, it's entertainment, whatever. Just go look at those older women who are in the spotlight, and that's 45 plus, and you look at the men that they're dealing with, and especially ones who are dealing with younger guys. They're paying for younger guys, and they're paying. And these ain't ugly guys. These guys look good. They want a young guy that looks good, and they're older. Guess what they're gonna have to do? They're gonna have to pay. This is what it is. That younger guy has options with younger women. So you want that young guy who looks good, that's gonna blow you back out. You're gonna have to pay for every blow. That's just what it is.
I'm literally up here crying, man.
But no, for real,
because
man. It's
man,
it, people lie
that's
all the time about that.
people lie all the time, man, and I'm like, hold on. What kills me is the world don't care. The world don't care that you lying. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, but you ain't got a lot of us. I mean, it's just true. But when you see it firsthand, how how we both right here, we both see we both see Mrs. Doubtfire and the hot chick, and we see the hot chick get hired and Mrs. Doubtfire get brushed off the way. She definitely get mauled, darn near get hand mauled, out the way. And you still gonna lie and say that looks ain't a part of this world that we live in. It is. It's always going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Money. It is. It's always going to be. Because I can't. I don't know who it was. It was me. It was one of my dudes, man. We was having lunch, and I mean, he had me. I was literally, I mean, tears was running out my face. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even hold it together at the table. And the waiter came I couldn't even get my food out. The waiter started laughing because I was laughing. My laugh is kind of crazy, and I can
Mm-hmm.
have my laugh can be loud. It's crazy. So the waiter, he was laughing at my laugh. I
Yeah.
couldn't even barely hold my food, and because my boy, he caught me off guard. And so there was a couple that walked in and sat down, and he said, "Sean." I mean, he just I wasn't. I'm like, I'm like, Kevin, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. He just
Hmm.
caught me. I was unprepared. I was mentally and psychologically unprepared. He said, "So you mean to tell me, Sean, that she with him for his looks?"
Right.
And it was the total opposite of each other. I mean, she was a 20 piece pretty much,
Hmm.
flawless. And then you got I'm trying. God, I don't want to. I don't want to say nobody. God, I don't want to say nobody that's well known. But then you got a granddaddy. You
Hmm.
know, dressed
Yeah.
like a granddaddy, clothes look like from a thrift store. I mean, it
He has
just he
suspenders
just
on.
yeah, yeah, and white shoes.
Yeah, that's granddaddy right there.
I mean, they was hugged up and everything. And
Hmm.
so when my boys say, "Sean, you mean to tell me?" Because when I look, when I literally look, I literally lost it, and I could not stop laughing because what he said, and then the visual, it just kind of caught. It's like I got sucker punched, and I couldn't control it. Now, is that my fault, America? Is that my fault? I mean, I was not prepared. That's his fault because he set me up.
Yeah.
But I could not stop laughing, man. I couldn't. I mean, Brandon, Brandon, I was all out of sorts. I mean, I was sweating and crying and laughing at the same time. He said, man, he said, Sean, why can't people just be honest, man? Why do they lie about everything, man? You
Yeah.
mean tell me that she with him for his looks? I say, you gonna go and ask her? Because I ain't saying nothing. I'm standing here minding my business. He said, I want to so bad. I say, man, please don't do that. Don't do that. Because he ignorant. I say, please don't do. I mean, he's literally militant. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please sit here, man. Because I was like, man, because they're gonna have to scrape me off this floor. I mean, they literally gonna have to scrape me off this floor,
Yeah.
man.
With a
Because
spatula.
I mean, literally with a pooper
Mhm.
scooper. I mean, because man, I'm like, and he just kept looking. I said, man, quit looking, dude. Quit looking. Stop looking. He say, Sean, why do they lie so much? Why they lie to us? Why they lie to us? You mean to tell me she with him for his brash and good looks? That dude look like he at death's door. He say,
Hmm.
Sean, come on. You know that's Bout blank.
Yes.
And it's
Absolutely.
a lot. It's a lot about cookies out here. Y'all can
Um.
say
I.
what you want to.
Hey.
Prostitution ain't nothing but high. It's highly sophisticated now. Yeah,
Yes.
prostitutes go on their jobs.
It's
They go on 9 to 5s and all that
it's
stuff.
in
But
many forms today.
it is. So
Yes.
we are talking about what y'all don't want to talk about and what y'all really refuse to admit. But like Gwen told me, you can lie all day. And she's like, I ain't dead. I may be older, but I ain't dead. But if there's a fine looking man and I'm going to deny that. I'm going to deny that dude is handsome. I'm going to deny his looks can't. He is easy to look upon. I'm going to lie. I'm not, baby. It's always going to be looks and money. Looks and money. The dude that's got look and Sean, he ain't gotta have the money. If the dude is fine, he gonna get play. He gonna get play off of being fine alone.
Yeah.
And they don't even want to. They don't even want to admit that. They don't
Hmm.
even want to admit that he gonna get play. Sean, whether he got money or not, he gonna get play. That dude is not gonna sleep alone ever. He'll never sleep alone a day in his life unless it's by his choice. Somebody chasing him. Sean, if he
Yeah.
fine, I don't care. Who cares if she broke up with him or whatever? There's 20, 30 other ones that's gonna be chasing behind him as soon as she break up with him.
Yeah.
And he probably ain't got a pot to piss in, where to throw it out, probably ain't got a job riding around on a 10-speed bike. He gonna get played. Now, money, yes, money gonna buy any hoe any day. That's my mama words. She say
Yeah.
money buys hoes.
Hmm.
That's Gwen. That on me. Do not shoot the messenger. Don't be disrespectful, because my mama said that now. She say money buys hoes.
Yeah.
That came from a woman. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So Are we gonna talk about it, B, or are we gonna talk about it? So B, I'm gonna
They
go
don't.
ahead
They
and
don't.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to you. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to you like a phantom.
They they don't want to talk about that. Hey, like Lisa Reed say, it's just legalized prostitution. Yeah, that's what it is today, Lisa. Say back in the day when you would meet a woman, she'd extend her hand. Now they send you their OnlyFans. Real talk. Yeah, I mean this is so many different forms today. Like dating is prostitution. You break it down, that's what it is. That's what dating is. The way we do it today, because there's a difference between dating and courting. So dating today and the way we do it is prostitution. I mean, I would say, trying to think, I know at least it's at least 60%. 60%. They mean that these are not necessarily, they have to be working girls and they have to be in the industry and sex workers and things like that. No, these are average everyday women. Hey, the women you see working as a bank teller, the women you see being servers, bartenders, waitresses, stuff like that. A lot of them have monetized themselves and they're for sale, but nobody wants to talk about it. But what we do is today, which is crazy, we vilify the men for paying them. Like, what? Why are you getting mad at me? She asked for money. I paid her. Why are you worried about that? That's like Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson wanted to go get a service done. That's what he wanted to do. He paid them, got the service, and he was out of Dodge because he had to go throw some touchdowns. He don't have time to run game. That's what he did. But now everybody's like, oh, he's a horrible person. He's paying these women for all of this, and they said he was inappropriate. And it's coming out now too, Sean, that one of the sons of the ladies who accused him said that her tone changed about her and Deshaun's interaction after allegations came out. Meaning, when she saw somebody else say something, then she changed her story. I said, I knew that from the beginning. I said, dude, if I was one of those women who had dealt with Deshaun Watson, who he paid for, and now you got women saying, "Hey, we suing him," and there's money involved. What you gonna do? You just gonna sit there on your hands and not partake in it and get this money, especially if you broke, which we know most people in America are. You gonna go get that money? I mean, it's just what it is. And see,
Brandon,
there
me and
are
you,
certain.
Brandon,
Oh,
me and you
okay.
had Brandon, me and you had this conversation in here when that stuff went down. We wouldn't,
Mhm.
Brandon, we wasn't even phased about that thing because when it comes to, I can't say all women because I don't want to
Yeah,
generalize all women because I can't say
yeah,
that.
not all.
When it comes to most women
They can be bought.
and money, we don't even have to have that trans. We don't even have to have a transition of conversation. We already know what that's about.
Yeah.
I ain't finna argue with you. Why argue with you about the obvious?
Yes. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
obvious. Lisa Reed
Yeah.
say there are certain men that have to pay, have to pay for it. Yeah, there are certain men, but this is the thing about that, Lisa Reed, because even with the fine guy who can get any chick and he ain't got to pay money or whatever, you have to remember all men pay. We pay in different forms, pay
Mm-hmm.
in different fashions, we pay
Mm-hmm.
different prices, but
Mm-hmm.
all of us have to pay, all of
Right.
us. So, like they
Right.
say, a good-looking guy, he doesn't have to pay money, but he got to pay in time, energy, and attention because he can't just walk up, say, "All right, face down," and out the door. He can't do that at every interaction. No, he's gonna have to take him and he's gonna have to smooth him, smile in their face, cuddle with him, talk, watch a little Netflix, something, do whatever. He's not gonna be able to just walk up, do his thing, and walk out. So we all have to pay. Now, people think that the man who pays money is the one who's paying the most. He's not. Because money is something I'm gonna continue to earn that. The dude who pays the most is the guy that pays with attention and time, because those are things you cannot get back. It's just
Yeah.
what it is.
Mm-hmm. That was a good analysis there, Brandon Landy. Like, boy, you broke that down for it. So it's a forever and ever forever broken. I mean that is very, very true. That is very, very true. So now let's segue into, because it's a part of this,
Mhm.
your body and getting in shape. Transformation, people, happens when you work through self doubt, limiting beliefs, and difficult times. You are always one decision away from a total different body and a different mindset and a different perspective. When you are trying to transform through your self doubt, okay, your body and your mind intertwines together. As you're working on your body, your mindset should be changing into a different place. Okay. Now, here's the thing, when you get your body the way it's supposed to be, you need to be consistent with it. Don't get in these relationships with these people and start feeling happy. And now the happy weight coming on. Now you're looking like a Teletubby. So here's the thing. Your body, it is so important for you to taking care of your body is a part of your self-image, but it also shows how much you love yourself too as well. I was breaking down Terrell Owens because a lot of people. Terrell Owens has always been misunderstood, but I love the brother. I love the brother because the brother is just who he is, and I
One of my
love when
favorites.
I remember the first time I heard this dude say this. I laughed, but I said that was such a dope statement. He got in front of the camera. He said, "I know y'all don't want me to shine, but I'm gonna shine anyway." And I love me some me. I stole that. I
Yeah.
stole that from T.O. I love me some me. But see, that thing that T.O. said, my mom always told me, Sean, no matter what you went, no matter what you go through, son, love yourself. Love you some you all the time. And she said, it's going to be taken out of context. People are going to think, oh, he's arrogant. You know, people
Yeah.
always misconstrue confidence and belief in oneself as arrogance. People even take educated people as arrogant because I went to college and applied myself, or because I'm articulate and I can speak, or I know how to write something and people are very intrigued by my writing skills. That's arrogancy. No, I made a different choice. You chose to be dumb, and I chose to apply myself. We both had 24 hours in the day. We both went to school and the whole 9 yards because I chose to go to school and you chose not to go to school. What? How does that make me arrogant because I wanted more?
Yeah.
No, I just applied myself and I continue to apply myself and I continue to self educate myself so where I can have a hierarchy when it comes to learning. uh, some people don't like to learn. They learn it. The limits of learning is I want to learn this much. No, I like to learn every day. I love learning new things. So I like to. The more I got in this thing, the more it is expanded, and the more knowledge knowledge is power. If you don't
Yeah.
know nothing, you have no power. You know what I'm saying? That's why people, when it comes to their bodies, I'm like, you only going to get to a certain point if you don't know how to change your body to get it to where it is. People are darn near running into walls because your body is that tight. How do you
Hmm.
get it to the next hierarchy? You have to go to somebody who has way more education, knowledge, and time and tenure, and then your body don't even come close to theirs, whether you're a male or you're female, whether you're a female going to a male or whether you're a male going to a female. My thing about it is that knowledge is power. The more you have in your arsenal, the more you can actually change your body. But there's limits to it. You only can get it so far till you want to have to take it a little bit higher. You're going to have to seek a professional who that's what they do so they can get your body to the next level. But now, once you get that education from that trainer, now you got it in your arsenal. Now you could keep going,
Yeah.
but your body is only going to get to a certain level because you only got a certain amount of knowledge and you don't know the nuances of metabolically how your body works internally. You don't even know nothing about the science behind exercise. You don't even know nothing about the health age and your internal health age. You don't even know what that means. So now you got to seek a professional, an educated professional. I'm not talking about those people who got their certificates out of a frosted flakes box. I'm talking about people who got sheepskin, people got paper, people got a degree in the field. The
Hmm.
dynamics is totally different. Even the dialogue and verbiage is different.
Yeah.
They're saying things that you don't even understand, and then they breaking it down to you in layman's terms so you can actually understand it. So my thing about it is that you want to keep your body constantly transcending and constantly evolving every year. Your body should always be changing from year to year. And it shouldn't be changing backwards from year to year. It should be changing forward from year to year.
Yeah.
So your body should be always changing. But, a lot of people, aren't willing to invest in their body. Like they're going to invest in stupid stuff, but they don't want to invest. Your biggest, the biggest things that's going to reap the biggest reward is investment in self. That's going to
Hmm.
reap the biggest dividends. It's going to reap the best reward in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that's why it's so important to only not only work on other things, but to work on your body and your health, because health is wealth. And then you can do so much when you're in shape. You can do so much when your health is intact. You can work harder when you're healthier.
Yeah.
You can work longer hours when you're healthier. But
Hmm.
it's just like Ness said, you can't tell me you happy breathing hard trying to tie your shoes.
Yeah.
What I want for y'all people, I want y'all to quit lying. Can we stop lying and just be honest? Stop lying to social media, because let me tell you something. That mirror that you got to go home to is cold blooded. It's going to tell the truth every time. You
Cold
gonna lie
blood.
to me, and you can lie to me and Brandon and social media and Facebook and Instagram all day. But when you going out, when you by yourself, that's where the true you is.
Hmm.
You every day you leave the house, you lying about something, something on your fake. You're saying something fake, or you're posting something fake. So just be honest.
Yeah.
You know, just be honest.
And then you're gonna feel good, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're gonna feel
nothing
better.
feel nothing feels better than like Nesco. When I saw him a few weeks ago, and he say, "So B, the incredible shrinking man." That feels good. That feels good because I've been putting in that work, man.
Boy,
I've
he
been
been
putting in
getting
that
that.
work.
Hey, Ness, he been getting that smoke in there, boy. That boy been
Hey,
getting that smoke. He been getting that
hey, hey,
smoke,
hey,
man.
hey, ain't no. All right, so I'll see you later. Like, now let me sit down for a second before I get on up
Yeah.
out here. I gotta
Hey,
sit down
Ness,
for a little moment.
Ness, them workouts be them Ness, them workouts, and Ness, because Ness used to do it too.
Yeah,
Them workouts be so brutal at the end of the workout. People just leave. Brandy got to sit there, and Brandy got to sit there for about 10, 15 minutes, sometimes 20. You
we
know what
gotta
I'm
chat it
saying?
up.
You got to chat. I mean, he got to decompress that thing, but that's how that
Yeah,
smoke. That's that smoke he getting though, man. And it be
yeah,
like that when you getting that smoke, man. You just can be all right. I gotta sit. No, 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 bro. Let me sit down
yeah.
and rest a little bit.
And then you have to be honest too. People look at you differently.
They
I
do,
see it
man.
already, man. I see it.
Yeah,
I see the difference in how
yeah.
people engage me, how people talk to me, how women look at me. Because I told you before, when I was at my heaviest, absolutely invisible, absolutely
Right,
invisible. For
right.
most part, straight see through. My parents were glass makers, straight see through, couldn't see me. But
Right.
now I see the difference, and then even with people who I do know, the difference and how they look at me now. And then just my overall and how I feel so much better. Like I had me and my sister was hanging out during the weekend, the holiday weekend, and got a little blow up bed, and had a hole in it, whatever, so the air's going out of it. So I was sitting on it as the air going out, and she's like, "You better get up before you fall." So I got up, and then I was able to get up without putting my hands on the ground, without on my knees. I was able to just stand right on up after sitting very low. And I said,
Mhm.
"Yo, if this was 2 years ago, I would have had to roll on the floor and get up on all fours."
Yeah.
That's just
And,
hey,
and
but
and
it's the
it's
little
the
things, man.
it's the little things, like even your breathing, your stamina, your endurance.
Yeah,
Like B, remember how many times you used to stop when we first started?
yeah.
I mean,
Oh
you have to
yes,
stop and rest, stop and rest,
yeah,
stop and rest. When you have continuity of consistency of exercise regimen, your stamina gets better, your
yes.
endurance gets better. But how is it going to get better? I tell people all the time, like people will see me in the gym and they be like, dude, you don't stop. How you work out like that? I said, man, because you are, while you taking a million breaks,
Mm-hmm.
I keep my mind is focused on the intensity. It's not what you're doing, it's the intensity and how you do a thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why, you'll see some people, you'll see some younger women think, oh, yeah, I'm going to get with this dude or whatever. And that dude in shape and he running circles around them in the bedroom because they ain't got no stamina. Yeah, yeah, that dude is a machine in the gym.
Yeah.
He is retarded in the gym. Oh, excuse me, I shouldn't say that word. Facebook made they made. Y'all know what I'm saying. He is crazy in the gym
Yeah.
because that intensity, your stamina. We're talking about we're talking about muscle stamina, muscle endurance. That means this person is long-winded. They are so conditioned. They are
Yeah.
so conditioned. You will be tapping out with that dude.
Yeah.
And you be like, man, that dude like 15, 20 years older than me. Well, but
Mm-hmm.
that dude exercise, that dude like he working like for an Iron Man like 6 days a week.
Yeah.
That dude don't stop. So when people see you just boom, 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 that means that that person's body has went from being deconditioned to conditioning. You got to take a lot of breaks. You try to work out with that dude, you ain't gonna be, it's gonna be hard for you to keep up with that dude because your body's not conditioning because you don't train your body to the point of death like he trains his body every day. I train my body to the point to where I see stars. And if I'm not seeing stars in that workout, then Sean's not working hard enough. Now, here's my thing. That's what I do.
That's you.
I'm
Yeah.
not, I'm not, I'm not telling you to do that because
They're
you're
gonna
gonna
pass
pass
out.
the hell out.
Yeah, they're gonna pass out.
And they're gonna need a
Yeah.
defibrillator, and the EMT's going to have to come in there and all that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you, but what you got to understand is how long has this dude been training like a maniac like that? We talking about for years. And what I did, I changed my workout routine when I was 28, and I said I want to rest less and move more because I don't want to be doing an hour cardio after my workout. So what I did, now that first year was hell. I
Yeah.
thought I was going to die every day. 365 days, I thought I was going to die every day. But once that body got conditioned, now I became a machine. And that's just how I train. It's called the it's called the less you rest, the more you burn method.
Mm-hmm.
I'm burning fat while working on lean muscle tissue at the same time, instantaneously. I'm not taking all these breaks. So ladies, when you get with a dude like that, you better have energy drinks, Gatorade on hand, because hey, listen, hey, be careful,
Hey,
be careful, because hey,
hey,
I tell you, hey, man, it is. I
yeah.
mean, a condition in the gym.
Okay.
What? Hey, man, that's a whole different
Hey,
dynamics,
I
man.
I was telling I was talking to my brother about that, and I told him I was like, because he's like, man, I see you. He's like, your legs that got smaller and all of that. I said, yeah, man. I said, man, I've been working. I said, yo, just a few years ago, I said I ain't deserve to be with no chick, man. I was totally out of shape. Wouldn't been able to do much for her, no way. I say, but now you better watch yourself. It's gonna get ugly now. Because hey, and you saying that, I just realized that in between the exercises, I would be in like a minute, 2 minutes, maybe
Right.
3 minutes. I don't do that no more. I go
You don't.
straight to the next
You
exercise.
go straight to the next thing, man. That's the first thing I noticed when I saw your endurance and stamina. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, man, well, I'm on a third. When you say I'm on a third round, I said that boy getting his conditioning is getting better. And I tell people that right there should be always your end game. You want to be
Yeah.
in the best condition possible. It's okay. You know how many people who got nice bodies but then they ain't got no conditioning.
None.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you doing your, well, I do cardio and I run and I bike. I said, okay, now go through this workout with me. Let's see how good, let me see how your cardiovascular output. I love testing people who ride my bike and they run. I love testing their cardiovascular output in a resistance training workout with no breaks. That's a whole different animal. But
Yeah.
you run and stuff like that, that means you're not as conditioned as you think you are. You need to step up. You need to step your game up. That means your body is not totally conditioned. Yeah, you may be all right to run and stuff like that or whatever. Well, okay, that's good. But let's do that for an hour straight with taking less breaks. You're going to
Yeah.
tap out. You're going
Yeah.
to tap out. But
See,
that's the way I train. I just train to the point of death in my workouts, man, to where I got to be depleted and defeated. Or
yeah.
I don't,
So
it's
you got
nothing.
some comments. Yeah. See, people hate on these people who are living their truth. If they're talking about you, that's because they really want what that person has. That's Lisa Reed. They say, health is wealth. Walking around with your shoes flopping is tell the truth. Great job, Brandon. Trust me, I remember those days with Sean every day, and I know I got to get my ass together. With the hey, it ain't gonna take you long, Ness. That's the thing. Like Ness, just looking at you when I saw you last time, dude. 6 months, and dude, you dedicated. It ain't gonna take Ness long because you
And
already know
Ness,
the way. You
and
already know the
Ness,
way.
and Ness, if you come back this way, man, it ain't gonna take you long, man, because I'm a jump start you. I'm gonna get you right. But Ness, if you come back this way, man, you've already been through it before, so the body's got memory. Your
Yeah.
body's got memory. Your first 2 weeks, that first 2 weeks gonna be hellacious. But
Mm-hmm.
once you start transitioning to that third week, Ness, you're gonna start, you gonna be like, okay, I'm getting my legs back up under me. And then that fourth week, I'm like, oh boy, I'm feeling good. Then that fifth week, I'm like, oh, Sean, hey, what you got today, bro? I mean, but it's gonna come back because you've already been through the process before, you know. But
Yeah.
when a person first trained with me who've never trained with me before, boy, they catching that hell. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't train you like nobody trains you. I'm training from I have an unorthodox way of how I train people. Period. And a way that works, but it's got to be based off intensity. Intensity is everything. So the more intense you are with your exercise regimens, the more progress and the more results that you're going to get. So whether you're lifting weights or whatever, you have to bring the intensity with everything. Everything is based off intensity because the results are going to come through the intensity. And people like I've trained, two people at once, and they'd be like, "Man, Sean, how's she getting results or how he getting results?" And I'm not getting. I said, "But you guys got the same workout. They just going balls out. They just going balls out. Everything I throw at them, they going balls out. You dragging your feet. You moving like Big Mama up in here. You dragging your feet. Shh,
Empty the
shh,
tank.
shh.
You ain't emptying the tank.
Swaying back and forth. I said I tell them, hey, next thing they moving expeditiously. So you moving like Big Mama. You slew foot. You slowful. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can tell all lazy people. You know how you can tell a lazy person by how they move normally. If
Mm-hmm.
they move, if he a dude moving like Big Mama, or she a woman moving like Big Mama, them jokers lazy, man. They are lazy by nature because they move. They even walk slow. They walk lazy.
I even
I'm
walk
like,
faster now. I noticed that.
yeah,
I even
man,
walk faster now. Let's see. Let me
yeah,
say, with the great body, it doesn't matter what you wear. You walk in the room and people just stop talking and stare. Never get tired of that. Pretty has its privilege. That's true too. People don't want to admit that. Pretty does have its privilege. Fine does have its privilege. It is what it is. And
yeah.
let's say for sure. But yeah, man, it's you. I mean, majority of America doesn't work out anyway. I mean, we talked about this. I mean, what is 20%?
20% of the nation works out, and over 75% of the nation is overweight.
Overweight, right? And dude, and then what I forgot what percentage of that 75 is like morbidly obese. I think it's got to
Oh,
be like it's
it's
like
high.
30 or 40. Or it
Yeah.
may be, yeah, it's like 30 or 40 or something like that. Or 50.
No,
It's
Ness.
close.
I may no be. I think it's over 50, a little bit over 50%.
Okay, so a little bit over 50%. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
So
mean,
the numbers are staggering, man. So um, my, that's why people, I tell people, I said, man, to get somebody who is in shape or whatever, you ain't gonna get that every day.
no,
I'm just saying, you're not
not
gonna
now.
get that every day. Not
And this is
now.
what's crazy about human nature, Sean.
Right.
Instead of people, okay, you feel bad about, whatever, you want people to accept that. They want people to accept this, Sean.
Right.
They want,
Right.
especially women want men to accept this. They want you to accept all of it. And men who have options simply do not have to accept that. Men understand that. Me as a big guy, I understand that. Hey, you want to do look like Sean? That's fine. I'm gonna pay you $40 anyway, and you're gonna take that anyway. So I'm gonna get the same thing Sean got anyway. So
Right.
it's,
Right.
it's all good. But you want to guilt me and shame me into accepting that? No, I don't have to. I simply don't have to. You best believe I'm putting in this work. When I get to where I want to get it, I'm being discriminatory as much as I can, baby. I'm sorry. It's just
So
what it is.
so Brandon, what you just said, we gonna go from there. A lot of people get mad, men and women, on vice versa. They really get mad, and I had to have an uncomfortable conversation years ago with a client. Um, and she, uh, she had a man. I mean, golly, man, she was married to him. Dude was in phenomenal shape. She let her body slide. Um, then just let her body go and whatever, and found out he was messing with somebody, whatever, whatever. And then she came back to me. She's like, Sean, and I said, listen, um, I can't, I'm not, I can't enable what the dynamics of what you're telling me here. I said, here's the thing: if you got a man who's in phenomenally good shape, just got a great body, and he's not average, so he's going
No.
to have more. He's going to have way more options. He's probably
Yeah.
going to have 75% more options than an average guy. Just based off of because of based off his body alone. Now you let yourself go. He tried to work with you, tried to work out with you, blah blah blah. This is the stories you're telling me. Now he then slipped outside, and now he with somebody who is in phenomenal shape. Um, I said, I'm not saying what he did is wrong. I mean, is right. He did wrong for what he did, but you stop caring about how you look. And I'm not saying that it's your fault. I'm just saying at the end of the day, he's still a dude.
Yeah.
And I tell women all the time, you can't get mad. And I tell dudes all the time, you can't get mad at a person who's in phenomenal shape, that they got options, that they don't want to be with somebody who's not in shape.
Hmm.
Listen, that's their right, and they have options. They have options. Why would a person that's in phenomenal shape want to be with anybody that's out of shape? And I tell people, you can't get mad at them. And dude, why are you gonna get mad at this woman she's got a phenomenally, I mean, just her body is tight from head to toe,
Yeah.
and you out of shape, and she don't want that.
Why would you be
Her,
mad at that?
but why would you be mad at that? Because she has the body to where she can choose to be with a dude that's in shape. That's what she wants. Why I don't understand why people get mad at people who are in
I don't
shape
either.
that they don't. And this is how crazy the world is. People literally get mad that people are in shape that don't want to be with you because you out of shape.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
like,
amazing to see.
God dang.
It's amazing to see.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't understand it either.
It's mind blowing to me.
It's not only that, but also not only because like men for the most part understand you got your guys who will be mad at a woman who don't want to deal with him because he doesn't look the way she wants him to look. But for the
Right.
most part, guys will accept that. We like, all right, it is what it is. But women have the hardest time dealing with that. And it's not only guys who look good, but it's also guys with status and money as well. Because even the matchmakers tell women, they say, hey, yeah, this dude, he may be out of shape, balding, or whatever, but this dude make 250,000 a year. So he make 250,000 a year. Guess what? He don't want no chicks that look like him. Guess what he want? He want chicks that wear bikinis, and the size of the bikinis are eye patches on the top and the bottom. That's how small he want that, and he want to be able to walk around with that. Why are you
He don't
mad at
want to
that?
he don't want to see a mark of nothing nowhere.
Nothing.
He want grade A perfection.
Yep.
And but we live in a world where people just get upset because this person's being honest about what they want. I'm like, he or she ain't lying to you. Uh, they
And
want
it's not
somebody with
dissing
a
you.
great, yeah,
It's
they
not a
want
diss on
somebody,
you.
they want somebody with a phenomenal physique.
Yeah, it's not a
But
diss on you. That's just
yeah,
how
it's
they. That's
not.
just what they want. That's just how they feel. It is what it. Okay, okay. So is this what people want? Is this what people want people to lie and act like they want you when they really don't, and then they're gonna treat you like crap and use you? Is that what you want, or do you want somebody to be honest up front and say, "Hey, I'm not really interested"? Which one do you want? Come on, I just need to know, man. But it's crazy. I the way human nature is. Instead of rises to the occasion. Instead of putting in the work to get what you want, you shame people into accepting what you want them to accept. It's absolutely crazy. And that's in many facets of life, not just dating, but that's in a lot of facets of life. You got family and friends, personal relationships, business, professional. They want you to do that. They want you to settle for less. If they are only offering less, no matter what it is, they want you to settle for less instead of stepping up to whatever it is that you require or whatever your standard is. It's amazing to me.
Yeah, it is, man. And but that's just a again, and all those things that you guys get mad at, I have to bring this title back. The world don't care nothing about you. They don't care. I mean, they're gonna listen to your you're gonna listen to your plight. They're
Yeah.
gonna listen to your complaint. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, they still not gonna choose you
Yeah.
because that's not what they want. And we had I had this conversation with my mom. My mom even said it. She's like, a person that's good in good shape, they can choose to not be with somebody that's out of shape. They ain't got to be with you.
Yeah.
And if they've already had better than you before and they in phenomenal shape, they may miss you, but they're gonna be like, oh, I'm finna go and get me a 20 piece. I'm going back to my normal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just tell people, I say, you can't get mad if that person don't want you
Yeah.
because your body's not up to par.
And Sean, that's one of the reasons why they really don't want to legalize prostitution to make it legal, country nationwide. Because who do you think men are going to spend their money on?
The prostitutes.
Well, no, this is the prostitutes, but what kind? How are they going to look?
Oh,
If I'm going to spend my money,
they're gonna be grade A. They're gonna be perfection. They're gonna be flawless.
bang for my buck, baby. I just what? Come,
Yeah.
come on. That's like they say, sir, you have an option. You have enough money to choose between McDonald's and Ruth Chris. Which one are you going to choose, sir?
They're gonna choose Riff Chris every time.
Every single time.
They want that. They don't want that sirloin. They don't want that veggie burger. They want that filet mignon. That's what they're gonna choose every single time.
Yeah, every
It is
time.
what it is. To me, I think all women are beautiful, but there's some dudes I don't. Some dudes be like, I don't want no woman, no stretch marks. I'm sorry, I don't. That's
Yeah.
what some dudes think. Stretch marks don't bother me. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
no.
I mean, if I love this woman or I'm crazy about this woman and she just does it for me, man, her imperfections and her flaws make her even more beautiful to me.
Yeah.
That's just me. Now, did I used to be that Negro who wanted used to be perfection? Nah, what? If your toes was longer than the other, we ain't talking. If your feet wasn't pretty, we ain't talking. If your hands look like man banana hands, we not talking. If your teeth wasn't straight or white, we ain't talking. If you got a missing tooth or you got anything, if your hair went rolled down your back, your hair, we weren't talking. That's the way I used to roll. Now, that was the Sean don't give a about your feelings. I wanted perfection. And Gwen
Yeah.
used to get mad at me all the time. Can you please bring somebody that's not a Pocahontas to me? Can you please bring somebody who's not light skinned to me? Can you please bring somebody who ain't got green eyes, blue eyes? Can you please, Sean? It's more to women than just what they look like. And my answer, and I posted this, Mom, we supposed to match. Mama, look at your son. I got options. I ain't got it. You see this body, Mama?
Yeah.
And all she did is shook her head and say, Sean, if all you think is to a woman is her looks, you got a lot to learn about women. And my dumb response, and I was 30 at the time, I said, well, I guess I'll when it's time for me to learn, I'm gonna learn. But for right now, I'm changing. I'm not changing. I want perfection because I look good. And I didn't put in all these years into my body. I'm not gonna be walking around here, mama, with somebody who looked like a cockroach. I mean, her body don't match mine. I'm like, what that make me look? I said, Mom, I got a reputation. What my boys gonna think? She's like, Sean. She just shook her head. She said, I cannot believe my son is this ignorant. I say, Mama, look at me. This is a real conversation. I say, Mama, look at me. Mom, look at me. So why would I want to be walking around here in the public with something substandard? I say, Mom,
Yeah.
I got to be in the public with her. I say, no, Mama, them type of woman, They be on vampire time. They come at night and they leave at night. She said, "What you say, boy? What you say?" I say, "Mama, them type of women is on vampire time. They come at night and they leave at
Right.
night. They are not day walkers.
Yeah.
The day walkers are perfection. Everything is perfect on them from head to toe. But that's just how I was. I was younger and I had to grow out of that." And she said, "You'll learn." And as I got older, now I'm not going to lie, it took me to almost my, oh God, this is really horrible. It took me to my, about 45, 46. I'm not, I'm sorry. That's how long it
Yeah.
took me to break that cycle.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, it ain't been that long. Brandon, you know how
It's,
many years I've been like that? It
yeah.
took me that long to break that. She got to be, you know what? I was Marcus and Boomerang. She got hammer time in her toes. I can't be with nobody with bunions on their feet. No, man. She got one of her feet, one of her toes longer than her. I can't do that, man. What I'm gonna be doing? That's gonna look crazy. No, everything had to be beautiful.
Yeah.
She had to have a Brandon. This is how petty I was. I had her arch had to be a certain way. It had to be a beautiful arch to where she had that perfect arch in her foot. Brandon, I was dumb, man. Brandon, Brandon, you talking about petty?
Yeah.
Brandon, I was so petty.
Yeah.
And I wish Gwen was here where she could just pop up and say, "Brandon, he was ridiculous. That boy was ridiculous."
Yeah.
And he would tell me that. I'm his mama. I raised this fool.
Yeah.
And
And
I just
see,
say, yeah,
and
yeah,
you say you learned your lesson, and then it's for the
yeah,
young guys, man. Yeah,
right.
you may want those same things, you may want that perfection, but I learned very early. See, I got that very early. Because coming through like what because it for me it started in kindergarten. I remember being in K5, being in a 5-year-old class, and the girl kissed me in class. So that's when it kind of started for me at 5 years old. So kind of, dealing with women from that point on, nothing serious until I got to high school and out of high school. But even those early dealings, honestly, I'm like, okay, yeah, these girls are cute. These girls are cute.
Right.
These girls are not so cute, whatever. I learned very quickly if I dealt with women that actually like me, I would bypass a lot of bullshit. I learned
Mm,
that very quickly is that you deal with women who actually like you, who
right.
actually interested.
Right.
You will bypass a lot of BS. You will. And I learned
Mm-hmm.
that fairly early. So you have to deal with women who actually like you. And then I started to pay attention. The ones who actually like me, I started to like them. And I like them because guess what? They like me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So and as far as how a woman looks and stuff, like I go out and be out with women and we can hang, we can chill. It be women that, a woman that you like, Sean, be like, "No, you won't catch me out with that one." It's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. But
Brandon, why you gotta say it like that, dog?
I'm just saying,
Right?
dog. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The
I'm
way
just
you
saying.
said it, he was like, no, no, that can't be. It was one of them
Hey,
come at night, leave at night.
hey, we go out. I take them out. Ain't no thing. I take to
Right,
the movie. Take out. Hey, it was no thing to me because we had something in common. We both
right,
like me. You know,
right, right.
it's just what it is.
Well, Brandon, you know what? I had an extra long learning curve. So it took me a while.
Took
It
you a
took me a
minute.
while. It took me a while to get what Gwen was teaching me all those years. And my mom was right. There is so much more to a woman than her looks. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
it's pretty sad and pathetic on my part that it took me to darn near 45, 46 for me to be like, you know what? All right, Sean, it's time to turn over a new leaf. That's
yeah,
how long. And it's just ridiculous, man. Boy, I went through some growing pains with that thing, you
yeah,
know, and I still struggled in that first year of it. But once I got to that, I was like, Mom, and when I went to her, I said, Mom, you're right.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you're right.
what it was for me, it was treatment as well, and how I was treated. The
Hmm.
difference between the two was treated. Because yeah, I done came across some fine women, very fine women, but expectations, how they act, how they talk to you, whatever. It was kind of
Right.
like, be grateful that I'm even in your presence. Be grateful you get to spend money on me. Be grateful you get to even touch me. And who wants to do what? Huh? Like, baby, especially now, like,
Right.
especially young girls. Like, I worked at FSCJ, and the young girls there, a lot of women on college campuses. It's like a 60-40 as far as men to women now. It's like three for every three women, it's only two guys or something like that. So it's
Right.
nothing but women. And so I will see during the pandemic, seeing these girls, a lot of them fine, got their little attitude talk. COVID hit, put on 50, 60 pounds. And dude, hips double the size they were before COVID. I say, anytime I hear that self-righteous, oh, I'm the baddest, I'm this, I'm that, dude, all you have to do is wait. Wait a few years. That's all you have to do. Just wait. Just wait. Because if they're not in the habit of fitness, if they don't have discipline, oh, it's gonna go to crap very quickly. And COVID showed it. I mean, a young girl, she was Latina. I mean, small waist, snatched, very pretty. Man, I saw her probably about a year and a half into the pandemic. She had a double chin and I'm talking about hips super wide. You thought she had them birthed about 3 kids. And I say, God dang, that attitude too. That attitude she had, that attitude wasn't there like that no more. She still had it, but it wasn't like it was. Before, she was kind of humble talking to me then, boy. I say, look how time changed, man.
Hey, just like my grandma said, man, time always changes, man. What I tell people all the time, man, I said, discipline is one of the most hardest things to sustain in fitness. I say that's why 20% of people work out, and that's why people fall off so much. You see people constantly, they going good for a while, because I had a conversation with one of my boys. He was like, Sean, people don't understand just to sustain and consistency. That takes so much discipline. He said that
Yeah,
is very successful. He said, Sean, how many people in your graduating class look like you? I was like, nobody.
yeah,
Nobody. I mean, I'm just being honest. So my thing about it is that people don't understand how hard it is. It's good in the beginning when you but sustain that for the rest of
sustaining
your
it.
life, and then see how hard it is. It is a challenge daily, weekly, monthly, yearly to sustain it. But you got to be built different mentally. You got to
Mm-hmm.
think different mentally, and your life, it's a lifestyle. If I'm telling you, if you ain't about that life, baby, there is a 99.9% chance your ass falling off, and you're
Yeah,
gonna fall off big.
yeah,
Because listen, you got to be, you got to be built different mentally to sustain that. Because
mm-hmm.
let me tell you something, as you get older, it don't get no easier. It gets harder
Yeah,
to be consistent.
yeah,
You know why? I'm living it. I live it. So you got to be mentally almost insane at 50 something. You see his body at 50 something. I'm not right upstairs in the head. So I'm borderline crazy, but I'm consistent with it because I'm obsessed with fitness. You have to become
yeah,
obsessed with it to sustain it. And if you ain't trying to become obsessed with it, trust me, your fall off season is coming. Yeah, baby, it's
yeah.
coming. Your
In this
fall off
case,
season's coming.
they say, Sean, stop, bro. One toe longer than the other. Oh yeah, that killed me too. Say she,
Hey,
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 they got
hey,
that the
man.
second toe be longer than the big toe. I done seen them.
Hey,
Hey, you
man.
say,
Hey, I was
yeah,
real petty, Ness. I was real petty. God forgive me, boy. I was petty. Yeah,
yeah,
and I wish my mom was here, boy. She would be y'all would be in tears to hear her to hear her say the story, because she was just like, you ridiculous. You are ridiculous. I mean, seriously, she would laugh at me and then she would get mad at me. She didn't know what to do with me. Her emotions was upside down constantly with me, man. She would laugh and then she'd be mad. Get out my house. Just get out. I just came to see Sean. Get out. You just so disrespectful. But no, but she was right at the end of the day, man. I used to be real petty, man. I used to be real petty. But I'm glad I'm glad that God delivered me from that pettiness.
yeah. Shoot, hey, and let's not forget, we talked about the ladies falling off. I see, hey, guys who I went to school with, who I knew growing up, who I knew when I was younger, and seeing I be running into them now from time to time. And some of these dudes, whether they were athletes or they just had good genetics and they were jacked and in shape. Now, we talking about falling off. We talking about falling off. We talking about,
Right,
hey,
right.
we talking about, bro, you found the weight that I lost. I'm like, golly,
Yeah,
dog.
man. I'm telling you,
I mean,
man.
and you had a head start. I mean, honestly, dude, they had head starts where they ain't really work out much at all, and they was just,
Yeah.
it's just natural. But now
Hmm.
they're
Yeah.
like this now, and I say,
Right.
shoot, man, yeah,
I'm telling you, man. Time change, man. Time change. I mean, I love to see people brag and all that stuff and act like they all that. You see it. I'm like, that's all right. Just Grandma Louise always reminds. She said, "Baby, time always change. Always change. Baby,
time
if they ain't,
change,
baby, if that mind ain't right, oh, that time gonna change. If
yeah,
that mind ain't right, oh, that time gonna change. It's inevitable. And so you gotta be you. And that's why I tell people, I say, this fitness life, it is not for the faint at heart, and it is not for the weak. You can get into it, and the continuity. You're gonna see
mm-hmm.
that challenge. I'm just gonna be watching you because I've been doing this for so long. And I see I'm passionate, and see, you got to have a passion for fitness to sustain it because
Yeah,
it's gonna get tiresome. You're gonna get tired. Oh, you gonna get tired and no, I don't feel like it's gonna raise their ugly heads. And before you know it, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna be looking like a oompa, you're gonna be looking like a Teletubby around here, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't seen it happen way
and
too
it's
much.
what's scary, Sean, is how easy it is to do.
So easy.
It's so
It's
easy.
so easy.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
it's so
easy.
easy for your body to slide. I'm telling you, some of y'all are probably one Skittles, one Reese's Pieces away from sliding right now.
Yes.
But I'm saying because you have to be. I'm telling you, you got to be mentally, you got to be psychologically built differently to sustain that body. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you think it get easy as you get older.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hey man, that thing ain't no joke, man. It is no joke. So stay on your grind, man, because it's easy to fall off, man. It's so easy to fall off. I see
Easy.
you. I see y'all again though. I see.
It's definitely easy. He say, I refuse to be a man whose ass is bigger than his woman's. Oh,
Who said that? Ness?
Ness. Ness, you so silly, man. But
Oh man.
hey,
Oh.
Chelsea said that there another one day she was talking about she was talking to a guy and she talking about it was just the way he walking. Talking about he had so much butt. He had more butt than me. So he walked up to her and told her how beautiful she was, and then he walked off. And he was like, he just said his butt was just like bigger than mine. She's talking
That's
about he had
crazy,
a
man.
don't.
Man, hey man, look here, man. That's pretty funny, man. We was in me and my son and my daughter. We was in Dave and Bust, not Dave, yeah, Dave and Buster's. Was it last week or the week before? Man, there was two dudes, man, and I was like, and I hate looking at Jordan sometimes because he'll already see something and he wait for the aftermath till I see it and he'll
Oh
look right
yeah.
at me and bust out laughing. I'll be like, and I'm like, man, come on, man. It was two dudes, man. I was like, man, come on, man. I ain't never seen butt so big on dudes. I was like, how is that even humanly possible? I mean, my son was in tears because I had a serious face.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, because I had to look. He said, "Dad, you." He could barely talk. He said, you look so confused." I said, I'm like, I'm perplexed. I said, I said, I'm offended. I'm highly offended. I mean, Jordan lost it.
Yeah.
Jordan laughing, Jizzy laughing. She don't even know what she laughing at. I mean,
Right.
so he like he said he was literally in tears, sweat, tears. I said, man, I'm just so confused. I'm so. I said, I'm offended. He said, Dad, what you talking about? I said, I'm a dude. How your butt get that big? I mean, how your
Yeah.
butt to get that big, man? How your butt get as big as what's the rapper singer? What's her name?
Who? Meg the Stallion.
No, now I ain't talking about
Who?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about the one who looked like two Meg Thee Stallions. What's the name?
Oh,
Lizzo.
Lizzo. You talking about
Yeah.
Liz?
How your butt looking like Lizzo's, man?
And you a
I
man?
mean,
Yeah,
you a
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You talking about Megan? No.
Mm-mm.
I'm talking about you. They was two Lizzos. They
Mm.
butts was bigger than both of they butt cheeks was bigger than Lizzo's. And I was like,
Dang.
come on, dude. What is going on in the world?
Yeah,
Man, it's hard
yeah,
out there in them streets, man. It's hard out there in them streets.
yeah. It is. Yeah, it is.
But but man, we finna wrap it up, man. The world don't care nothing about you, man. The world don't care about you. Final
Don't
thoughts,
care.
D.
They said, oh,
Final
he said, I
thoughts.
recently saw an old classmate who played football with me. He was a DB. Now he's a BBW. When he walk, it looked like he twerking.
Oh man. Boy, what is going
Ooh,
on?
ooh.
Man. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, man.
I see him too, Ness. I see him too. Dude play running back. Dude, he played he looked like Vince Wilfork now. Like straight up. And not muscular Vince Wilfork. I mean, he's like huge now. I
It's
say,
hard,
golly.
man. It's
It's
hard,
hard. It's
man.
hard, man. But
It's hard, man.
so final thoughts. Hey, just the world doesn't care. Nobody really cares, man. People fake, and that's the other thing. People fake care all the time. They do.
All the time.
They fake care. They fake care so much like they actually care, man. But the truth is, people really don't care unless it's going to affect them, number one,
Mm-hmm.
or they're going to be able to benefit from it. That's it. Majority of people you gonna come across in your lifetime are going to care nothing about you. Only thing they don't care about is what you can do for them and what they can get out of you. That's it. So knowing that, be free, man. Be free to make whatever decision you want to make. Do whatever you want to do, but don't be restrained and confined to the standards that society has set out for you, because society is going to steer you wrong.
All the
Absolutely.
time.
All the
All the
time. It's
time.
a young lady, she put on her TikTok where she want to basically let young people know, don't be influenced by social media, because she was influenced to being a nomad traveling in a van, and now she's homeless.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's like, it's not. When I saw the thing, I was like, yo, that's really sad. It's
Mm-hmm.
like you can't. There's even no real humor in that, because it's just really sad, because a
Yeah.
person without direction and without purpose, without guidance, made a decision, and it's going to affect them for a long time to come. You know,
Right.
and
Right.
right there, the world doesn't owe her any understanding about her situation. Nothing. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
cares. There's no helping hands. Nobody's there to help them. When you make those decisions, it's going to be you and you alone that's going to have to deal with the consequences of said decisions.
Well, that was good, man. My final thoughts, man. Don't let the concept don't d- never let the concept of change scare you so much, as staying and keeping the same mindset of perspective when it comes to society and social media. You got to not follow social media. Society ain't doing nothing but setting you up for fail,
Yeah.
especially with these relationship tips.
Mm.
Whoever you listen to, my mom told me this. My mom told me this. And my auntie told me this. My grandmother told me this. They said, listen, if anybody gives you any negative advice that's going to hurt another person, it's bad advice.
Yeah.
That's why it's best when you're going through things. The person you need to be going to is the big man upstairs, because he's gonna give you mercy advice. He's gonna give you grace advice. He's gonna give you forgiveness advice. He's gonna give you the right advice. Your friends and blah 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 blah. Listen, if they don't believe in forgiving and second, third chance or whatever, they're gonna give you bad advice to hurt somebody else. Third, do not conform or transform to the ways of this world. That's society. Society is the world. You got to quit conforming and transforming your thought process to what they tell you should be doing.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the difference between right and wrong. And if you're doing something wrong to somebody, you know what you're doing. Let me tell you something. Even if you feel as if you're justified in what you do, good people, I'm telling you from what I've done. I'm telling you for what I've experienced. you're going to see that again and you're going to experience that same hurt and pain. And it may be even worse that you unleashed on somebody else. It's going to come back around. It's inevitable. Now, if you
Yeah.
don't care, by all means, do you. But it's going to come back around. It just pays to straight up do right by people, man. Just do right by people. I don't care the dynamics. I don't care the situation. Do right by people. Just do the right thing because the world don't care nothing about you, and the world gonna pay that karma back to you. See, people don't understand by the world not caring about you. That's why the world just dishes out karma right back to you. The karma grim reaper is coming to your doorstep. Whatever you did to that dude, the karma grim reaper is coming. Whatever you did to that woman, the karma grim reaper is coming. You hurt that person, they hurting, and once they get through their season of hurt and pain, yours is coming next. So you got to
Yeah.
understand that Gwen had to break this thing down for me because I've experienced every bit of the world karma hit me right back in the jaw. And it's painful. So
Yeah.
even in your justification, it just pays to, you know what? I'm going to cease and desist. Don't do the get back thing. Don't do the revenge thing. Don't do the
Yeah.
deliberately hurting thing. I'm telling you, man, do the right thing because the world actually dishes out karma. Karma, Grim Reaper, he take trips every day. He is constantly on the go. He's a world traveler. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever you done, and you didn't sent that person through, it's coming. And I'm telling you, your season, it just ain't caught up with you yet. It's coming. So, hey, my advice, giving these, hey God, can you please forgive me for that, man? Because I know, can you dial that thing back when they do come? Can you dial it from a 10 to like a 6? Because it's coming.
Yeah.
Your spanking is coming. But listen, the world don't care nothing about you. Don't conform or transform your thought process to the ways of this world, man. You want to be different. Be different on purpose. Do the right thing on purpose. Period. It just pays. It's not worth it at the end of the day. None of it's worth it. And quit
Yeah.
lying. Please stop lying to people. Stop lying to social media. Stop lying to yourself. Please stop trying to convince the world that everything is hunky dory in your life when it's far from it. Stop lying. I don't know what you got to prove because the world theoretically don't care.
Yeah.
All right.
This is what it is,
B,
man.
tell the people how they gonna find you, man, on all your social media stuff.
Brandon Lampley, just type it in on it, just about any platform, and you'll find me there. Facebook, Twitter, IG, TikTok, which I haven't posted on those things. I don't be on them like that, but I'll be getting back to it. I just hate the whole editing process and trying to put stuff out. But YouTube has made it pretty good. They got the clips now where you can create your own clips. So now I can take little snippets of our shows and my old shows, whatever, whether it's sports or our conversations, and now you can put them on the little reels now. So
Oh,
I don't know if
nice.
I showed you that.
No, you ain't show me that.
I got
You gotta show me.
I got to show
You
you that.
gotta
I got to show
you
you that.
gotta show me that. Yeah, you
Yeah, I
gotta
got to
show
show
me
you
that,
that.
man.
So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
type it in on any of those platforms and check your boy out. Matter of fact, I'm about to do a video on Jeannie Buss tweeting about LeBron and how unprofessional owner tweeting and sending cryptic tweets. And Brittany Griner just pled guilty to in Russia. So yeah, and they say her pleading guilty is strategic. In order for her to be for any exchange between the U.S. and Russia, she's going to have to plead guilty. They said. So she did that so to be able to be even in play, to be able to be exchanged. Because the guy is, I forgot the guy's name, but they want to exchange the guy. His nickname is the Merchant of Death. So that lets me know what he was into and why he's locked up here. But they want to exchange him for her. In order for her to be able to do that, she had to plead guilty in Russia. So
How long that process gonna take?
no, I know she's been there for 140 days now. And she wrote a letter to President Biden. And he's talked to her wife. He's wrote a letter, talked back to her, and so they're in the process of it. They say they hear her. And the one thing I hate those people talking about, well, if this was LeBron James or Tom Brady, they would have been had them out. First of all, LeBron James and Tom Brady wouldn't be in this situation if we're gonna really be honest about it.
Right,
I mean, I'm
right.
just saying what it. She just happened to get caught at a time where it's hot right now. The block is hot over there. You know,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, hey, the U.S. want to put sanctions on them. It's like, oh, okay, because she even said it. She's not the only American over there that's been locked up. That she's the face of them, but she's not the only one. It's other Americans over there who have been locked up for, they say, petty reasons as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah, I'm about to talk about that, man. So check me out, Brandon Lampley, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
All right, good people, man. Y'all be safe, man. Like I always say, I'll start judging people once I'm perfect too. But since this brother is no danger of being perfect, you'll never have to worry about me ever judging you. Thanks for tuning in, people. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.